I've only recently started to consider myself a mixing engineer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I've been doing production for the last 10, 15 years or something crazy. But I always handed off my productions to somebody else to clean it up, to do the adult work. like, go ahead and make it real, make it sound better, make things not step on each other.
Right.
Last 2 or 3 years, I've been really trying to focus more on mixing, and the last like year and a half in particular. And I feel like it's changed my sound and like the way I approach arranging. And I want to see if this is kind of similar to you, because just what I'm getting from your answers are kind of give me that vibe. But now I think more in terms of frequencies, even the notes sometimes, like you're talking about like those glue tones, like the things that are going to be like reacting to the other instruments and like sitting well in a mix and filling up the sonic spectrum and all that kind of stuff. I love what you do in your band of like the feeling of being incredibly full and then cutting it more sparse. I feel like you do a great job with like contrast, and your level of fullness is higher than I think some people are able to get to. Like, because then it sounds cluttered. I never feel like your stuff sounds cluttered. It just sounds bigger. Like you have like curtains that open up and it's like wider now and it's brighter and it's got more things going on. When you're arranging, do you think slightly from that mixing engineer side, and do you think that like your time on the technical side has influenced like your musical creative arranging brain?
I think, yeah, they definitely both sort of influence each other.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of crossover between the two.
Cool.
So I have a background in, writing music for big band,
cool,
jazz big band.
Cool. I didn't know that.
And
that's awesome.
And some like orchestra writing. I did that in college a bunch.
Yeah.
And so I guess that sort of just got me thinking about like, okay, we have these different sort of sections. You have 5 saxophones, you have 4 trombones, you have 4 trumpets.
Okay.
They all have different like ranges. There's like different things that sound good together. You can have like maybe 2 saxophones, a trombone, and a trumpet doing something, and like split up the band into all these different groups.
For sure.
But yeah, I think doing that, and like just maybe even more so with my background as a keyboardist.
Okay.
You start to hear like when you start to learn those harmonic sort of relationships.
Okay.
Like what's the lowest you can play this kind of a voicing?
Okay. Yeah.
Before it starts sounding muddy,
Right.
Like how far can you push that? And I think that goes a long way into like, helping things feel big or small.
It's a good point. That's a really good point. I am a bit obsessed with the idea of scale.